Nobody's been catching more heat on the internet than Meek Mill. Meek Mill spoke on it. He's like, I hate these people on the internet that just keep speaking on him.
So it's like, you know, I came off the team. I'm gonna tell you what's going on with Meek. I left for a team that Meek was on. Meek left that team, and leave that team. They come for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta understand everything in a relationship is like a relationship with these labels, right? And leaving like a girl with a lot of power. Like you could have gave that power. You giving that girl some good dick, right? But she has a lot of money and a lot of power. She's gonna try to make your life a living hell.
Yeah.
And anything that she gonna then if we own the internet, then we're gonna spread all the rumors about you. I'm gonna put 1,000, 3,000 comments making jokes. I'm gonna pay for 3,000 comments on every post.
All about
it. And then my is like, it's not even. I tell Meek, it's not even that they doing it, bro. They gonna do it. They try to call me gay. I most ever out there. Like, come on, for real. Let's be serious. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even that. I'm not even mad at them doing it. It's be the that believe it. That's what you gotta be. It's like they gonna. I don't want to say that word. They're gonna do female like that. Niggas gonna do female to spread rumors regardless.
They're naive.
But the not the naive people. That's the ones believing it. I'm talking about the ones that believe in it are the suckers because they just want it to be true because they hate us. You feel me? They hate it. Like, there's no way he can't be fucking all those. He gotta be doing something. There's no way me could be that rich. There's no way Bobby doing it. There's no way they doing that, but we are doing it.
Sexy Jay-Z, Beyonce, Mariah Carey, the Kardashians, Kanye West, Paris Hilton, and Russell Simmons were just a few names on the guest list of numerous Diddy parties. But who was on the freak-off guest list? Who remained silent for years, knowing what was actually happening behind the scenes after the party ended? Speaking of behind the scenes, it's the middle of a lavish, star-studded dinner in West Hollywood, the kind of exclusive event where the air smells like power and privilege, and the guest list is packed with names that command respect in every room they enter. But behind the glittering smiles and clinking glasses, something far more disturbing is unfolding. John Diddy Combs, the man behind Bad Boy Records, the mogul who built an empire from nothing, suddenly swings his fist. His target? Cassie Ventura, his then-girlfriend, who doubles over in pain as the punch lands squarely in her stomach. Around them, silence. Ne-Yo and Usher continue to chat, while Jimmy Iovine barely even blinks. The dinner continues, as power, as always, shields the powerful. We hear stories like this and wonder how a man who once represented the very definition of success could become a figure entangled in allegations of abuse, manipulation, and violence. In the world of psychology, there's a well-documented theory: power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it. Think of the power of that. Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday.
The allure of control is seductive, and once someone tastes it, they're often unwilling to let it go. Power doesn't just change what a person can do, it changes how they see the world and themselves within it. Those at the top often begin to feel invincible, their actions justified by the very systems that support them. They're not inherently evil, they're made that way by a combination of success, unchecked influence, and an environment that rewards their worst behaviors. Diddy Combs wasn't born into this world as a villain, he was shaped by it. A young man navigating the cutthroat music industry, he learned quickly that kindness didn't build empires. He built his career on hustling, staying 2 steps ahead, and ruthlessly seizing opportunities. But somewhere along the way, that hunger for success turned into something darker. As discussed in previous episodes of Surviving Diddy, his erratic behavior may stem from a troubled childhood, from his father being fatally shot when he was just 3 years old in a drug deal gone wrong, to his mother working as an escort in his presence, and finally, Diddy throwing wild college parties at an early age at Howard University. There is one more significant person who contributed to who he became Clive Davis. Diddy was a hungry young executive eager to prove himself in the brutal music industry. And every prodigy needs a mentor, someone to guide, mold, and perhaps even groom them. For Diddy, that mentor was Clive Davis, the music industry titan who had already shaped the careers of legends like Whitney Houston and Aretha Franklin. Davis, known for his sharp eye for talent and understanding of the industry's power dynamics, saw potential in Combs. But what Davis imparted to Combs wasn't just about crafting hit records, it was about wielding power in an industry where success is often built on control, manipulation, and outmaneuvering competitors.
Your competitors. To the young Combs, Davis wasn't just a mentor. He was a puppet master, carefully pulling the strings and showing him the rules of the game. And like any eager apprentice, Combs absorbed everything. Davis taught him how to survive and thrive in a cutthroat business that rewarded aggression and dominance.
All these celebrity friends he have, and nobody came out.
They brand. It's all about the money. They saw what he did to Cassie. With the kicking, the punching. They saw what they did to Cassie. They know did nobody in America like that. So now, these people are represented by a brand. Whether it's something about the music, clothing, movies, they not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them, and they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey, buddy, we got you on this tape, and girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, PDiddy, Puff Daddy, you know, Sean Combs. That's when they're gonna start talking. And they're not gonna be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. Yeah, I was at a Diddy party, but I know I ain't do nothing. When you don't know somebody's taping you, when you don't know that somebody is videoing you in some kind of form or fashion, you got that alcohol, you got the drugs in you, they're a little loose, bruh. They let down all their inhibitions. The music is pumping. He said it himself. He got it so hot in there that you gotta take your clothes off. He said that himself, bruh. So a lot of them, like what he said? I think a lot of them was being swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? They tell off on themselves all the time, man. You just gotta listen.
But why do you think Diddy had all them hidden cameras?
Bruh, when you that powerful, you didn't get that powerful without having 1 or 2 or maybe 3 ups on somebody. Diddy always been the type of individual that wanted to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. Like, he always played artists against each other. He did it to Big, he did it to Craig Mack. You understand? I said before, he did the stuff to Ja Rule.
Saw potential in Combs. But what Davis imparted to Combs wasn't just about crafting hit records, it was about wielding power in an industry where success is often built on control, manipulation, and outmaneuvering competitors. To the young Combs, Davis wasn't just a mentor, he was a puppet master, carefully pulling the strings and showing him the rules of the game. And like any eager apprentice, Combs absorbed everything Davis taught him about how to survive and thrive in a cutthroat business that rewarded aggression and dominance. The relationship between Davis and Combs exemplifies a well-documented psychological dynamic in high-pressure industries, the mentor-apprentice power hierarchy.
Sexy Jay-Z, Beyonce, Mariah Carey, the Kardashians, Kanye West, Paris Hilton, and Russell Simmons were just a few names on the guest list of numerous Diddy parties. But who was on the freak-off guest list who remained silent for years? And who knew what was actually going on behind the scenes after the party ended? Speaking of behind the scenes, it's the middle of a lavish, star-studded dinner in West Hollywood, the kind of exclusive event where the air smells like power and privilege, and the guest list is packed with names that command respect in every room they walk into. But behind the glittering smiles and clinking glasses, something far more disturbing is unfolding. John Diddy Combs, the man behind Bad Boy Records, the mogul who built an empire from nothing, suddenly swings his fist.
All lies will be exposed, that's all.
If you win, you get a night out with Diddy.
I had no idea what kind of wild ride I was getting into.
Saturday night in New York, and I promise you, your ass will wake up Wednesday laying beside me. Good morning. Can see you in your room.
Working for Diddy.
Absolutely.
I love Diddy. Is he a good guy?
I don't want to answer that question.
Wow.
Check this out. You clear on that. You understand now. I'm asking myself, why do I have you here?
I think he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him.
And you may not be here then. And anybody want to go with you, they could go too.
Hey, stop screaming. Hey, it's just me, PDiddy.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. We're going out on like a date, a straight guy date.
Y'all call me Diddy. Call me Diddy.
Okay.
But when I'm being loved and I'm in that mood, because I have to always remind myself, we live in a toxic world.
Say you don't like me? You get to it. If you don't like me, you in front, get to it, bitch.
And it's love versus hate. That's what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And I choose love.
You want to have love? It's what up, what's up? Fucking come over here and I'll bust your
Nah, hey, keep it.
Make sure you don't never talk to me.
That's my new name, and love wins. Love wins, let's go, y'all.
I leave 30 minutes for the devil get there. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, there you go.
That's what Denzel told me. Leave 30 minutes for the devil get there.
You can call me Love.
His target, Cassie Ventura, his then-girlfriend, who doubles over in pain as the punch lands squarely in her stomach. Around them, silence. Neo and Usher continue to chat. Jimmy Iovine barely even blinks. The dinner continues. Power, as always, shields the powerful. We hear stories like this and wonder, how could a man who once represented the very definition of success become entangled in allegations of abuse, manipulation, and violence? In the world of psychology, there's a well-documented theory that power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. The allure of control is seductive, and once someone tastes it, they're often unwilling to let it go. Power doesn't just change what a person can do, it changes how they see the world and themselves within it. Those at the top often begin to feel invincible, their actions justified by the very systems that support them. They aren't inherently evil, they're shaped that way by a combination of success, unchecked influence, and an environment that rewards their worst behaviors. Diddy wasn't born into this world as a villain, he was shaped by it. As a young man, he navigated the cutthroat music industry, learning quickly that kindness didn't build empires. He built his career on hustling, on staying 2 steps ahead, and on ruthlessly seizing opportunities. But somewhere along the way, that hunger for success turned into something darker. In previous episodes of Surviving Diddy, we've discussed how his erratic behavior stemmed from trauma, such as his father being fatally shot when Diddy was just 3 years old and witnessing his mother's lifestyle as a young boy. His early college experiences, throwing wild parties at Howard University, also played a role. Another significant influence on him was Clive Davis. Every prodigy needs a mentor, someone to guide them, mold them, and whether consciously or not.
Well, I could hear it in the suite, in the hotel suite. And then sometimes when Kim lived on 70th something street, and I would go upstairs with Diddy, you could hear in the hallway. And I would just shake my head when he come out or whatever, and Kim would be in the house. And it's always about where she was at or who she was dealing with. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna see you physically put your hands on nobody. I don't give a who you are, or well, I'm not gonna see you physically put your hands on her. You understand? That's not gonna be me. You know, first of all, I can't. The position I was in, you understand? Investigator for child abuse, worked for Elite Investigations, New York State parole officer. I'm mandated to do something. You understand? I'm mandated to do something. If she says, yo, his bodyguard was right there, but I'm still moonlighting, I'm moonlighting as his bodyguard, I'm working as his bodyguard, but I still have that other function as a state officer. I'm mandated to do something.
Crazy, man. So you could hear Diddy putting hands on Kim Porter.
Well, see, he always do, like I told you, he'd be doing that. He'll start off, he'll have something on his mind, and he'll like that play fight with them. You understand? And he'll be hurting them when they, to the point where they'll be like, yo, stop. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they got the room is locked, you don't hear none of that. And then, you know, Kim would walk out in her white robe, and you could see it in her face. But what are you gonna do?
Right. I always wanted to ask you this, man. Do you know anything about these after parties that Diddy be having?
Which after parties? There's a lot of after parties. There's a lot of after parties for a lot of different reasons. There's after parties if we doing it at the hotel after we do a party, or there's after parties after the after party. You understand?
right. I guess the one people talk about is the after party.
Well, those will be when him and somebody that he needs something from or wants something from, and he'll get those girls and he'll line them up with him.
Running the around, talking about expensive pain
now,
in his ass.
Wait, this is Philly you're talking about now. Wait a minute, Jack.
Me.
Wait a minute.
He's a Fruit Loop. He Diddy fried.
This is Philly.
He's a deep fried. Period. He Diddy fried. He Diddy fried. He the Diddy do-I-bop. Fuck me. Real rap.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was him. Nicki put that out there.